Welcome to your beginner aerial hammock lesson in back hip hang, Marlin, the optional Marlin rollout, and the even more optional Marlin drop. In our back hip hang, we want to avoid leaning back, looking back, sitting too low, and the step kick. No leaning back. Instead, feet wide drop in, avoiding this step kick or bouncing the legs off the ground, but rather pulling down with the hands and using our exhale to bring the knees up into our tuck. So we're going to bring our feet side by side without leaning back. We're going to keep the chin tucked down towards the chest. And as we pull down and draw the elbows close to the body, we exhale into the tuck position. It might be helpful to draw the elbows inside the fabric and tuck them close to the rib cage so that now we are able to keep the fabric low on the waist and rest our body down into the support of the elbow in the fabric. From here, pulling into our tuck, reclined butterfly, eventually coming all the way into back hip hang and then releasing the chin. We'll crochet the feet and practice reaching up. Maybe we reach up with the legs long. Maybe we draw the feet down to reach up. We're bringing the feet and the knees together and climbing our hands all the way up until we can see above our knees. We'll gently lower back down, rewrap the feet, and let the hands go. A way to practice building strength for coming into our tuck is to practice our toe taps. And then coming into our pull position, once we reach our reclined butterfly, we'll change the hands into push position, reaching our legs all the way back out, releasing the hands for back hip hang. And here we go back with crocheting our feet. We'd love for them to be long so that we can reach up as high as possible. We'll use a little momentum and an exhale here, bringing the feet and knees all the way together, climbing until we see above the knees, and then shooting the legs all the way out into pike, and then using a sharp straddle so the fabric comes high above the knee. We'll reach up as high as possible with our hands. Once we reach Marlin, we want to avoid leaning back, loose legs, lazy feet, and low arms. We'll come into our tuck, our butterfly, our back hip hang, crochet, reach up, pull the knees and the feet together, climb until we see above the knees, go from pike shooting out to sharp straddle, and then avoiding the legs pointed down to the ground for Marlin. Rather, we want to keep them up as if we were seated on the ground, pushing through the back of the leg, the back of the knee, so that we don't have lazy legs, but instead have these nice strong legs and long feet. Hands are high so that we can support ourselves without leaning down into the strap. We'll bring our legs back into pike, back into tuck, use the hands to lower down, crochet the feet, let go, we're back in our back hip hang. Enjoy that for a moment. Maybe practice a little bit more of the pulling up. Bringing the knees close together, feet together, we'll pike, sharp straddle, climb the hands high, using the exhale to push down. Now we're going to bend one knee and bring two hands over to that side. Pulling down with those hands, keeping that other leg super straight, we'll use that straight leg to send the fabric across the hips. Then we lock one foot underneath that straight leg with a flexed foot to bring ourselves controlled back down into the back hip hang. We can also repeat the process, shooting those straight legs out, reaching high, pushing down with the back of the leg, bending one leg, pulling with two legs, straight leg comes across, we get ready for the lock, and then we let go. We can come into cross legs here, create some fun shapes, enjoy the spin if we like to spin. And then when we're ready to finish, we'll unfold and come all the way back into our back hip hang. And back to butterfly, tuck, release, and we did it. Here's the other side. Pulling down on the bent leg side, sending that straight leg all the way across, coming into the lock over the flexed foot, and then either climbing down or dropping into the Marlin rollout or the Marlin drop. Make more shapes, create some stretch, hang and lengthen the spine, always bringing the chin back in towards the chest as we move back towards our reclined butterfly and our tuck. In Marlin, we want to remember to have strong legs and fully extended feet. Use our exhale as we pull down, finding pike, and then out to a sharp straddle. We'll pull down with our hands so that we can lift our hips through the roll or the drop. Give it a try and let us know how it goes.